anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
And the Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more. But no question, they've got to tackle better on the back end.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. Buying some time. Into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And that play was just about every kind of disaster you can think for the offense. 3rd and long coming up. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes a catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Donald. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Dances away.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside. It's Jenkins. There's a little room there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down.
Here we go, ready. Hey, move. Go, go.
On the option. The option, he'll keep it. The pitch. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson will throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Lets it fly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the option. He'll toss it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Right back to the well. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to pass, it's McCown. He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the left side. Open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of his stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Burgess. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Now on the move. Crosses the 45. Right down the boulevard. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson gonna throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Five receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's McCown. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Makes the catch. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. The offense changing the play. Trying to run, it's Jenkins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Pulls and fires complete. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Delayed handoff. It's Henderson. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's McCown. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Sparks. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Jackson will throw. Caught. There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
They're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. On the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Burgess. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. And the Bobcats are facing 3rd and inches. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down.
Ready. Blue 30. Ready, go.
Calls his own number. Got a little. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
To the air. It's McCown. Under fire. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Roadrunners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Pryor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And as he throws, almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Got his man on the right. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And they can't make the connection. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's open things up with Louisiana Tech taking on the number 9 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Bulldogs, looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your...
He's going to throw deep right side. It's caught. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas State.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Set to throw. It's McCown. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you can tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Steps away. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on fourth down and keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And it's the Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Makes the catch. It's Hardy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Roadrunners in the hurry up. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. You've heard the term, he throws a catchable ball. That one did not meet that definition.
That would be more of a wearable ball, wouldn't it? That would just, you're going to wear it. It had so much steam on it. But, yeah, knowing the difference of when to take something off of it and use a little bit of that touch that you work on every day as quarterbacks.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Running the red zone. It's Peterson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Myers on the move. Picked off. What a... He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's McCown. Throws to the wideout. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Third and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And down he goes.
Well, how the
If I'm
fuck
a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I've got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
Going for it all. Downfield.
Even give me a fucking chance. That thing is way too little to give me a chance
stays
to catch the
aggressive.
ball.
They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Evans. Chopping up this
This
defense,
nigga's
and they've got
quarterback
it
is
all
throwing
the way
all
down to the
fucking
23.
good pass right on the
And I
fucking
absolutely love that play call, man. You got good field position right now. Take advantage of it. They're aggressive on the first play. Make a big play. This offense now set up in perfect position to get some points to capitalize on their great field position.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the...
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Texas State! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Might be changing the route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Jenkins. Push down for the tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
And the Bobcats look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Couldn't. Nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Touchdown, Texas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit.
Outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football. No PI. Able to swat it away. Pass incomplete.
Back to throw. It's McCown. Unloads it left. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. He had his man open that time, but just a little too much heat on that pass, and he got it out in front of him.
And it's tough.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talent.
He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
And how about this defense keeping everything in front and